back to China again. Just
which
I'm
I
still trying to get my head around.
which I think is the biggest thing that people really have to go and understand it, because it has implications all over in bonds, currencies, and stocks. We didn't talk about the currencies and bond side.
But just with the stocks themselves, I'm just thinking of your positions. Alibaba was a huge position. You really loaded up in the first quarter. You cut back, I think, in the second quarter. What are you doing now? Did the China moves over the last few days, but just because you were saying in the past you wouldn't go more than 10 or 12%, or the most recent things that we've seen are that you have about 12% of Alibaba. Does that mean you put those aside and you would own even more than that?
As I said, the value at risk model is what I sleep at night. I had a fine. I went over that limit on the Fed announcement, okay, in the last week. I went more when they said a day or two ago on their Fed, and last night I did more.
Just Alibaba, or are you talking
everything.
JD, Baidu, PDB,
everything.
the two Chinese ETFs, everything China.
ETF, how we do futures, right? Everything. Listen, a long time ago in 2010, I think I said everything.
And
I remember when you said everything.
And you know what's good?
You were right.
Everything. Okay. So if they this is incredible stuff for that place. Okay. So it's everything. Now I would love to see a pullback. Okay, because I will then my newfound limit, which might have been twice my old found limit.
25%?
You said 10 to 12 is double.
20 to 24%. So
I'm going to say what it is.
Is the limit 25?
I will have another newfound limit. Okay, in a pullback. Okay, if I see these absolutely be implemented, because again, you can look at these names and you're talking about single-digit PE multiples with double-digit growth.
But you think there's
and wait a second.
Yeah.
This is the other thing. You have some of these stocks with 50% cash. Some of these things you just put up on the board, 50% cash, 20% cash, 30% cash, and that cash, depending how the Chinese currency goes, maybe if the Chinese currency is really strong, they'll want them to buy back.
Okay, so David, let me ask you.
They're asking you, did you see this thing? Buy back stock, when companies buy back their stock.
Right, but you're a hedge fund. How do you hedge your risk? What's the counter bet that you put on that, just in case?
You know what? I'm sitting here in a suit. My counter bet is that I don't care.